Hey guys, Dan Alman back with another video. This morning we're going to have a quick video talking about the MSCI index. They kind of control which stocks are in indexes, like the S&P 500 and some of those. So we're going to talk about some news that they released this morning, and we're going to just talk about some price action here. So Bitcoin, I took a little short right here at 93,400 yesterday and closed it about 91,500. Pretty good close on the short, and it came right back up into where my open was. I should have probably just opened another one, but I don't like just continuously opening the same direction on the same asset. That's kind of one of my little mini trading rules there. But anyways, I have an affiliate link below for Bitunix if you do want to try any trading. But let's talk about some other price action. So what do we have going on? We've seen a nice little pump up here. I'm still expecting us to at least get to the top of this range, which is about 98,000, and then we'll really see 96 to 98,000. We'll really see if we are actually producing a bear flag here and we are going to move down, or if we're going to be kind of a fake out and it's going to be nothing is different and we're just going to go to kind of something similar like we have seen before, where we've gone down, up. Maybe we just have a continuation here. So again, this is still a higher low compared to here. Now, if the 4-year cycle plays out like we've talked about many times, we are going to kind of just bounce up to a lower high and then roll over and go back down. You can already see that for things like MicroStrategy here. So if I clean up this chart, you can see MicroStrategy has already had a massive pump, all the way up about 3,500%, and it's already crashed about 71%. So this is already a majority of the crash over, but this will affect MicroStrategy a lot, actually, this announcement. Now we'll just go through, I'll show you kind of some posts here about MSCI. So I held a lot of these different treasury companies and mining companies in my stock accounts here. So when MSI announced that Bitcoin treasury companies are going to be announced different, are going to be kind of like valued differently and not get automatic inclusion into these different indices, it really, a lot of them pulled back a lot. There's actually an index that you can use that kind of goes through all of these. I don't actually have it. I don't actually own the index, but it's called WGMI CoinShares Bitcoin Mining ETF. And this is kind of like a conglomerate, like an ETF of all these different, Bitcoin mining ETFs, right? So this, you can see, I think this announcement was somewhere maybe in here, and we saw this big sell-off, if I'm not mistaken. So this was, maybe it was sometime about beginning of December, and it was quite a big sell-off after a big recovery. So that was quite a bummer. But anyways, I just wanted to kind of talk about this because it's kind of big for MicroStrategy and these companies that are buying Bitcoin. So basically, they said confirmed digital asset treasury companies will remain in MSCI indices for the February 26 review. A strong outcome for neutral indexing and economic reality. Thank you to investors in the Bitcoin community. So Crypto Rover did put this post saying that they announced they will not remove Bitcoin and crypto treasury companies from the index, as it was created a lot of uncertainty, but they changed one rule which will impact the treasury companies a lot. As per MSCI, it will not implement increase to number of shares. So basically, we all know that Strategy and other companies issue new shares to raise money for buying Bitcoin and crypto. Before this rule, big index funds that automatically follow MSCI indexes had to buy some of those new shares, which created a strong demand and allowed companies to issue more shares. But with the new rule, this is not going to happen. Index funds won't buy any of the new shares, which means issuing new shares no longer gets that free passive buying boost from huge funds. For those who are thinking this is a small deal, Strategy issued 15 billion in new shares in 2025. Wow. If they try to do something similar in 2026, MSTR will face a brutal crash due to no passive buying. But the real question is, why did they do this? And it says that MSCI was founded by Morgan Stanley and still has deep connections with the bank. Yesterday, Morgan Stanley filed for a spot Bitcoin ETF, and MicroStrategy is a direct competitor, right? Because MicroStrategy is basically like a leveraged Bitcoin, and ETF is also, just kind of a play on Bitcoin. This is because a lot of investors put money into MicroStrategy to gain passive exposure to Bitcoin. Over the years, this has caused MicroStrategy stock to rise and has become the largest corporate holder. With MSCI's new rule, MicroStrategy ability to acquire more Bitcoin will go down. Any attempt to dilute more shares will crash the price. This will force large investors to pull out their money from MicroStrategy and other treasury companies to put it in ETFs. And a good chunk of that will definitely flow into Morgan Stanley Bitcoin ETF, given it's one of the largest banks in the US. So MSCI didn't kill the FUD, but rather it killed the purpose of a DAT. So I don't know how, we'll see how that plays out in the long term. And again, if we're in the 4-year cycle, MicroStrategy is still going to continue to make some lower lows. So if we go look at like the last, let's go look at MicroStrategy while we're here. And if we take like a bars pattern from like the last one here, you can see we had a big crash over here. If we take something like the bars pattern and we take it from like the top down to the bottom here and have something like this, move it over here, you can see if we kind of like extrapolate here, obviously this is not, a perfect prediction, right? So if we go kind of, I don't know, something like this and something like that, you can see we kind of have a similar little effect here where let me get it a little bit more lined up. Yeah, something like this. You can see we kind of have a similar cycle where we came up, made this second high here that was a lower high, and then kind of rolled over. And you can see we're kind of like even rolling over pretty similar here. So what we might see for MicroStrategy is something like this, where we pump back up into about the $245 range and then roll over and go back down towards the bottom, and can line up perfectly with this support down here and maybe another bottom. So I think there will be an opportunity to buy MicroStrategy in the sub $100 range in maybe 6 months or 8 months or something like that. So we'll see what happens here. I closed most of my MicroStrategy position. I actually had a leveraged position from, when was that? I think that was like, I think I purchased it right around November 5th and rode it up to the top. I sold, and then I bought back some of my MicroStrategy after this big wick came down. So it was like a price of $426. So clearly I'm way down on what I rebought, but I did secure a lot of profits on my initial. I think I bought MSTX, one of the leveraged ones, and got out of that one pretty quickly because those have a lot of decay. So I think this will be good for a lot of these treasury companies in the short term, just because they've seen a lot of pullbacks, right? So Mara would be probably a good time to get in. You can see some of them like Hut are still doing very well and is at like a local all-time high here. So Hut's doing very well, but a lot of these pulled back a lot. You can see Wolf is actually doing pretty well also, but like IREN, this one pulled back 56%. Bitfarms, this one pulled back 65%. So if you're looking for a short-term trade and you want to do it with stocks and stuff like that, I think these are a good one. I think CleanSpark would be a good one. It's had a very large pullback. I think it'll see a nice little pump back up. Riot is down pretty good as well, 48%. So a lot of these took a big hit, especially when that MSCI index rule came out the end of last year. So Mara, one of the biggest Bitcoin holders on earth, you can see, and they are down just 61% since October of last year. So I think some of these would be a good short-term trade for sure. I think even Coinbase might be affected by this. I'm not really sure if they're considered like a treasury company, because they're also, they hold Bitcoin on their balance sheet, but I don't know that they're considered a treasury company. But there's a lot of these companies. XXI, this one was super speculative here, but yeah. So I think this is gonna be good overall for the space and for a lot of these crypto stocks. So you basically have like DATs, which is like treasury companies, and then you also have mining companies, right? So mining companies actually mine the Bitcoin, and then some of them are a mining company and a treasury company. So I'm not sure exactly who was affected by that, but a lot of these did go down once there was all that speculation on MSCI. So I don't know, maybe there's some funny business there where they want to open their own ETFs and kind of take some of the customers from other funds and get it into their own funds. But I do still hold a lot of these treasury companies. I bought a lot of Bitfarms down at like 86 cents. I bought a lot of IREN down at $17. I bought a lot of Riot down at $8. So I'm still up a lot, and I'm looking for an exit out of these. So there still might be a nice short-term bounce. Again, if we open like the trading, you see a lot of these are pretty, you know, kind of oversold on like the market cipher B indicator and all that good stuff. So again, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and then we're going to start covering some more altcoins as well. I've been focusing mostly on Bitcoin just because Bitcoin leads the pack, and right now we're kind of at an important junction where we need to figure out if we are going and continuing to head down towards the cycle lows, or if we're going to see a nice big pump, maybe even to all new all-time highs for 2026. So a lot of it will be dependent on, you know, like manufacturing and stuff. We'll get a lot of these ISM service PMI is actually today. So we'll see what happens at 10 a.m. to see how these numbers go. We're looking for these numbers to stay way above 50 and kind of show that we're not, you know, fully heading into a recession, although that is kind of my base case for 2026. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Affiliate link below for Bitunix if you want to try any trading. I also have one for Coinbase. Yeah, feel free to use those. Best way to support the channel. Have a great day, everyone. See you guys.